What is going on, everyone? It is Too Sick for Meds, and I am back with a brand new video. Now, it is currently December 25th, and I just want to wish a happy and merry, happy holidays to you all. No matter what you celebrate, I just basically want to wish you all, a great day, and I hope you're all having, an amazing time, and y'all are able to spend time with y'all's families. So, basically, happy holidays to everyone watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today, we are going to be doing a vehicle customization on the brand new vehicle that just came out, which is called the Albany Hermes. Rockstar just uploaded this December 25th for Christmas. If you log in today, Monday of December 25th, you can get this vehicle for free. Also, Rockstar will replenish quite a few things within your inventory, some of those being snacks. They will they will fill up armor. They will give you grenades, sticky bombs, things like that can be very useful within Grand Theft Auto. So, first off, I just want to say this is an amazing car. I love this vehicle, and I like the look of it, and it reminds me sort of like the vehicle from Lightning McQueen, if anyone has ever seen that movie and they know who Doc is, basically, or the blue vehicle that won all the piston cups. That's basically what this vehicle kind of reminds me of. So, I love this vehicle. Now, me personally, this bumper here, the front bumper delete, I personally love. That's one of my favorites. Out of all of the bumper choices that they have. So, I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and go with the bumper delete on this. Okay, we are currently on the rear bumpers. Now, they only have two options for the rear bumpers, but I think they fit the vehicle very nicely. We're going to go ahead and go with the bumper delete for that. We're going to do the chrome wide tips for the exhaust. And we're going to go ahead and for this, I kind of want to see with the vehicle how it turns out. So what I want to do is I'll leave the fenders on, and I'll come back later if I like to and delete those off, or I might add them depending on how we make the color choice of the vehicle and just what we kind of look for. I want to make the vehicle look clean, but then again, I don't really want to wipe everything from it. So we're going to go ahead and leave the stock fenders on. Now, we'll go ahead and do the xenon lights, and here they have 11 liveries. Now, they have, as the original, they have the flames, which are pretty nice, but we're going to go ahead and, we're not going to do the flames. Now, as you can see, it has the amazing Albany Hermes. Now, if you remember from Lightning McQueen, this is kind of why I think this is Doc. In Lightning McQueen, when it showed how he had all of the, the piston cups, it basically showed his livery, I want to say, was the Amazing Doc. Or it was something along those lines, which was pretty cool. Now, this is the Kinky Kelly, and I kind of like that, but I feel like I want to leave this vehicle a little open, and I want to leave it a little wiped out. So, I don't know, I kind of just want to leave that classic feel to it. I don't really want to do any liveries, therefore, I don't think we're going to do any liveries on this car. So, we'll go ahead and take it, and we will do the plain old white. Now, over here, we're going to go ahead and move on to the primary colors. We'll do the primary color first, and the plate, basically, because we deleted the back bumper, there was no plate that was, as you can see, there is no plate on the vehicle anymore, so it's really no point in wasting your money customizing a plate. Now, I am really enjoying the light blue, the nautical blue, and I also like a couple other various colors, such as the Cabernet Red, and I also like the Midnight Purple, along with the Sunset Red, which is, they all kind of give a nice feel to the vehicle. But I do like the Ultra Blue here as well, but the thing is I want to leave it more of a classic look. I don't want to go so bright and poppy outy, I guess, if you kind of want to say it that way. But we're basically going to go ahead and go with a nice, kind of just homey look, I guess you could say. So we'll go ahead and get on to the final color of the vehicle. Okay, so finally we're going to go ahead and finalize our decision, and we are going to go with the light blue. Here we go. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and we are going to move on to the next color, which is the secondary color. Now, we're going to go ahead and match that with the light blue because I don't want any secondary colors on the vehicle. I think that'll just be too much for it. So we'll go ahead and match that with the light blue. And we're not going to do our crew emblem, but we are going to go ahead and go back to the primary color, and we're going to select a pearlescent, which is going to give a little bit more of a pop to the vehicle. So, as we scroll through, there's quite a bit of options, as you can see, and a lot of them, look good on this vehicle, especially with this primary color. They all kind of match, and they all kind of just give, a good vibe to the vehicle. Now, I did think this was pretty cool at first. I kind of thought it was, quite amusing to look at. It was pretty fun because you look at it with the blue and then you turn and then it's pink. But then again, I wanted to go for something a little bit more chill than that. So then we went to the orange. So it wasn't too much. It wasn't too bright, but it did give a little something, to look at when you look at it in the sun. Now we're going to go ahead and leave on the arc covers because I do like that on the vehicle, and we're not going to lower the suspension because I feel like that's just a little bit too low for the vehicle. And then we'll go ahead and do all the upgrades last. So for the wheels, what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll go through. I want to pick some chrome rims for this vehicle. I think that would go very well with the vehicle. So it would give it, just a nice classic look to it. Now, we're going to go ahead and finalize our decision with the Big Worm chrome rims. I think that will give a nice feel to the vehicle. We're not going to do custom tires or the white walls because I feel like it's a little bit too much. We're going to go ahead and do bulletproof, and we're not going to do any tire smoke or anything like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and leave the smoke regular. Or, I'm sorry, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of light smoke to it. Just to give it a little bit, a hint of darkness to the window tint, but not too much that's, excessive. So, we're going to go ahead and get out, and we're going to test how this vehicle operates. Now, unfortunately, we are out in the snow, so it's going to be a little slidey, and it is going to be a little bit slower than what it usually would be, but that that won't drastically change the performance of the vehicle. We will have to rejudge this vehicle after the snow is taken away, which should be tomorrow or the next day. If not, it definitely should be gone by the 28th. Now, as we leave, what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll start off with the vehicle at low performance. Now, this will basically show you guys, for those who don't want to fully customize or fully max out the performance of the vehicle, it will show you how the vehicle operates or how fast it goes. Now, right off the bat here, I can tell you that the handling is not the best. I do understand we were in the snow, but it's still, even not in the snow, even in the parking garage or anything, it's just not the best handling vehicle. To be completely honest with you, I would rather it for looks. If you're going to car show, by all means, this vehicle does have bags on it. So when you do drive forward or backwards, it will raise up about 3 to 4 inches, and when you drop down or when you slow down, it will drop. So as you can see, the interior of this vehicle is sort of like the Voodoo. It's pretty nice interior. It is, a regular interior that has been in GTA for a while, so nothing too fancy for the interior. Now, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll get on a straightaway, and we will fully go at the maximum speed that we can, as the vehicle has no performance upgrades at all. Now, as you can see, we have quite a bit of speed gaining up in this vehicle. We're going over the bridge right now towards the Los Santos Customs, and we're going to go ahead and go into first person, and even with a bump, the fastest we were going was approximately 100 miles per hour. So, we did have a little bit of a bump there, so we were around 100 to 110 miles per hour. Now, I wouldn't quite say 110, but I would say around 100 miles per hour is the maximum you can go, even with a downhill, slope. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we will max out the vehicle's performance. We'll put on the brakes, we'll put on the engine, we'll put on the transmission, and we will also put on turbo. And then we will get on a straightaway, and we will fully accelerate to see how fast this vehicle actually goes. Now, as we are gaining speed in this vehicle through Cypress Flats, we are exceeding 100 miles per hour easily in this vehicle. Now, we are at 100, past 110, and we are at 120 miles per hour. Now, we do hit 130, but that is with a bump, and we are going downhill. So we slightly hit 130. It is kind of hard to judge because the meter of the meter is between the numbers. So, and with the not gravel, but with the road, it does kind of move the meter, so it's going in between 120 and 130 miles per hour. So as you can see, that is a huge difference. That's approximately 20 to 30 miles per hour difference if you go from the stock version all the way to the fully maximized performance version. Now, if you are willing to spend, the extra big bucks to fully max this out, well then you have an advantage to, say, you're racing. Now, for this vehicle, it is, it is a classic, look and everything. So it does have quite a bit of speed for the vehicle type. You look at this vehicle and you think, oh, this is just for looks, but it actually is pretty fast when you fully max out the performance on it. Like we said, it was 120 to 130 miles per hour. So if I were you, I would definitely look into at least upgrading this vehicle some of the way so you can get a little bit of speed. Overall, this vehicle is very great. The only disadvantage of this vehicle is the handling. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's not my type. It just doesn't handle good for me. I'm not a big fan of it. That might differ for some other people. Some other people might like the handling line on this vehicle. But me personally, I'm not a big fan of it. The speed is pretty good for the type of vehicle, and the looks are absolutely amazing. I love the vehicle. Unfortunately, it doesn't have that wide of a variety of physical customizations to it. You do have your fenders, you have your bumpers, and that is pretty much it, except for the color and everything, but nothing extra to the vehicle. Now, it does give enough to satisfy, but if they would have added more, then, there might have been, a slight differ of opinion there. So, like I said, guys, this definitely, for a free car that Rockstar gave us, I think it's definitely worth it. I love it. You can't complain. It's free. I appreciate Rockstar for doing that very much. That was a great call and a great move. Thank you very much, Rockstar, for that. And thank you for, the refilling and everything of the snacks and everything. Those will definitely come in handy. So, if you guys are able to, I would definitely consider hopping up on Grand Theft Auto on Monday, though this video is going to come up kind of late. But if you did hop on, you will know that you are able to get this vehicle. Now, if you do not get this vehicle on the day that it is free, it unfortunately is $535,000. Now, for this vehicle, I would say that that's a pretty accurate range. It is quite a bit of money, but considering the way Rockstar has, or considering the way Grand Theft Auto has raised, over the years, their money, I will say that, that price is reasonable. It's not too bad. So for a car like this, I would definitely call that reasonable. Anybody can work with that. Anybody can get $500,000, from doing vehicle cargo or anything like that. So it's not that bad of a way, um, to, get that money and then you can spend it on this car. Now it will cost quite a few, um, extra dollars to customize this vehicle. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you all very much for tuning in. This has been the Albany Hermes vehicle customization for Grand Theft Auto. This has been a great video. This is a great vehicle. I suggest it. I do suggest it. So, like I said, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and happy holidays to you all. I hope you have had a great day so far. So, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video.